Yes, people. How's it going? It's your boy, Modestus, the Baltic Gladiator, Bukauskas. Now, it's been quite a while since I've decided to do any videos because I've been a lazy mole. Beep! It's okay, we can swear on this channel, it's fine, but at the same time I want to seem like a respectable human. But anyways, ripping that UFC gear because man's already had 3 fights in the UFC since my last video, and yeah, it's been quite a roller coaster. The main topic of this video will be UFC 260, which I've just fought on this past weekend. So just I've taken a couple days to sort of reflect and yeah, just sort of give you my thoughts and recap the event. As you can see, I look much more solid and bigger because I've been pounding chocolate and all sorts of various foods that I do not normally eat during training camp. Yeah, I've eaten a horrendous amount. Like, honestly, it's quite bad. Like, I don't know how the hell I've not got some sort of serious, you know, life-threatening problem, because the amount of chocolate I ate would probably, I don't even know what it'd be the equivalent to. It is so bad. Like, I'm going to be putting the sherbet economy out the water from buying so much of it. Do you know what I mean? I might as well have massive shares in it. Yeah, that was a horrible joke. But anyways, as you can see, black eye. Oh no, oh, you got hit in the face. Yeah. Well, it happens. It's a fight. But yeah, so my record now in the UFC is 1-2. You may be looking at that thinking, oh well, that's not that great, is it? But I've taken some pretty hard fights. You know, my debut in the UFC, I won the fight by TKO and got the 50 grand bonus. Yeah, bro, rolling up the checks. Second fight I took against Jimmy Crute, an extremely tough competitor. Now he's ranked number 13 in the world, so that was a very hard fight. I ended up losing that one. You know, I just got completely blown out of the water, and to be honest with you, that wasn't, you know, my full abilities on show, and I do feel that that fight was probably taken a little bit too early, but I believe so much in my skill set and what I'm doing and what I am capable of as a competitor, and I took that fight. You took a risk, didn't pay off. And now this last weekend on UFC 260, first, I'd just like to say it was an absolutely amazing card. Well done to Francis Ngannou. You had Sean O'Malley, looked absolutely amazing. Vicente Luque looked absolutely amazing. You had some really good fights on there. But yeah, so just to tip it off with my fight, I guess you could say, there's a lot of things that I'd sort of improved since the Jimmy Crute loss. A lot of which I've talked on interviews and stuff like that. But basically, one of the main things was working on sort of strategy, having something specific to the opponent. In the Jimmy Crute fight, I sort of went in there going off of my own skill set, not really strategizing particular things for that opponent, whereas I did that for the Oleksiejczuk fight. The second thing was obviously getting a sports psychologist, which really helped, because I went in there in the fight, in the cage, I felt good, I felt powerful, I felt ready to go, I felt ready to get into a fight. And to be honest, it made me, you know, put out a performance and actually go in there and try and do the best that I could with everything, and really put out, you know, more of my skill sets. And even then, I've only just started now bringing out more and more of it. But obviously, in future fights, you know, I'll have to do even more of that. But I was able to open up and do a lot more things, just from that, really, just from, you know, being in the right mental state to do so. And having a more offensive approach, even though in the fight it looked maybe I was a bit more defensive, but it was just because I was on the back foot, but I was actually landing more shots and the heavier shots. Yeah, so just being more aggressive and just you know, working more on actually attacking as opposed to defending everything and trying to, you know, sort of negate their attacks as opposed to bring my own attack onto things. So if you're looking at the fight, you know, in itself, you know, a lot of people could argue that it could have gone either way. I definitely felt that I had done enough to win the decision. Obviously, it went the other way. I'll make no excuses, you know, Oleksiejczuk done a great job. but I don't know how the hell those judges scored the first round to him. I definitely felt I had at least 2 of those rounds, and I landed some really nice shots. It was definitely the most sort of composed and free I felt in there. I felt the most sort of flow state that I've ever had in a fight, and I definitely feel that I pulled the trigger more, and that's what I needed to do. So it was a very good fight. You know, everyone enjoyed it. I had a lot of people saying it was a robbery, but at the end of the day, it's my fault for not finishing the fight. You know, I got to give credit to the guy. You know, who's walking forward, he's trying to land his shots. You know, he was looking like the aggressor, but you know, in a big argument, who's landing the more significant shots, and then you know who's putting on the pressure in terms of landing big strikes. It was definitely myself, and I felt I created more of a highlight reel with the shots that I landed as opposed to my opponent. But I've got to take nothing away from my opponent. Amazing fighter, and I know he'll go on to do good things, but I definitely think I proved myself a lot more in this fight, because on the last fight I sort of it was very disappointed because it was just not me, and this fight was definitely more of me being shown out there. So I'm very happy in terms of that was probably my best performance, even though it was you know, a loss. But I feel like I've been doing a lot of learning on the job. I've not necessarily, you know, decided to feel my way into the UFC. You know, with this 4-fight contract, I went straight into the deep end, and you know, I've learned my lessons on the job, and I've got one more fight on my contract, and this next fight, trust me, bruv, Baltic Gladiator 2.0. You thought 2.0 was good. Wait till 3.0. I'm not going to go on with that, you know, rubbish like, oh, 2.0, 3.0, this and that. You know, I have definitely improved a lot. You've definitely seen the Baltic Gladiator 2.0 in my last fight, and now you're just going to see even more improvements into the next fight. I've just found my way, found my feel into the UFC. I definitely feel like every time I've had a step in competition, I've had to do an adjustment, or I've had a little bit of an adjustment period, but then once I made those adjustments, I've become very deadly, very dangerous, and I've done many good things. Do you know what? Why don't I quickly give you lot a little snippet of the highlights from my fight for you lot to watch right now, and then you can gather it all up and tell me your opinions. I mean, well, you can't really tell your opinions from highlights of me doing all the good stuff, but here's some quick highlights from the fight. Do it.
I'll call it sorted, tell a bad friend don't force it. I just been up all night and I'm sitting in uni doing up snoring. If you got a man then call him, if you can't play then stop it, pause him. Turn missed calls my phone, if it ain't about cash then it ain't important. I got dreams of touring, and if rap don't work I'll force it. Cause mum needs 2 of them lubes and dad wants brand new turbo Porsches. I just been up all night and I'm sitting in uni doing up snoring. 10 missed calls my phone, if it ain't about cash then it ain't important. If it ain't about cash then it ain't important. Now I got fans in Scotland, love my song and they're saying I'm awesome. Now I got fans in Leeds, they're distant, still gonna send man pictures. But I'm still in this vicious system, trying to make cake like Mr. Kipling. Them man wanna be me, I can't see them, still no Stevie. Just know when I bake this bread, I'ma slice up half and share with the GGs. That true say it should've been easy, I'll spit a few bars and play, they feel me. First up, that's facts, no filter, fam your flow, and I'll flip that quickly. Ay, cause this life is risky, can't wait too long, gotta take my shot and claim the city. Put hands on mark, I'ma take my mark, can't show no pity. And I say what's real, they're saying I'm hard.
So, as you can see, some pretty nice stuff, man. I mean, listen, I'm trying to live my life and live my athletic career, being able to have a highlight reel, be able to have interesting fights, to be able to do big things. One thing that I was going to highlight is that the last time I lost 2 in a row, I went on a massive win streak. And I know that history is going to repeat itself, and I'm going to do exactly the same right now. Every time I've had a step up in competition, you know, going into Cage Warriors, lost the fight, and then went on a massive win streak, won the title, I feel like I'm going to go on the same tear right now. I've had to step up in competition, I've had to mature, I've had to learn on the job. But now I'm ready to go and, you know, really put out the best of myself. I managed to put more of that in my last fight, and I'm going to put even more into my next fight. So I'm really excited, I'm really looking forward to it. I had a great experience. The way they take care of you, the UFC, I mean, fighting in Las Vegas for the first time was absolutely amazing. The scenes were just crazy, like seeing the MGM Grand and stuff like that, just sitting right there, even going to the Apex and the Performance Institute. This is where you want to fight. You know, if you're having a fighting career, this is where you want to be. You want to be at the pinnacle. You want to be fighting in the UFC, and I'm definitely looking forward to going and smashing my next fight and renegotiating my contract and going and do big things, get their money, you know what I'm saying? So I can help my family and, you know, maybe get my G-Wagon that I've been waiting for all this time, and yeah, well, not just the G-Wagon, but you know, I want to get nice things for myself. I want to get nice things for my family. I want to help my family. Do you know what I mean? I want to help the people that have helped me, that have brought me up, that have got me to where I am today. I want to be able to give back. That's one big thing for me, and I want to give back to the community as well. So there's a lot of things that I'm planning to do, and I know that I'm going to achieve everything that I want to set out to do. I'm very keen on the law of attraction. I believe that this was just a lesson, a learning curve that was needed in order for me to go and perform at my best, in order for me to be able to get the best out of myself. And I know I'm going to go on a massive tear now. You know, I really needed a fight like that, and I think the fact there was a split decision loss gives me even more hunger to come back even stronger, to really prove everyone wrong, and just to let people know who the hell I am. I think I've earned a lot of respect from people, but at the same time, I still got more work to do. So I'm going to be, you can bet your ass I'm going to be in the gym, doing my thing, you know, training hard, working on the errors, and, you know, coming back an absolute beast, mate. I mean, it looks quite plump, to be honest with you. Like, plump's not the word. I want to be chiseled and edgy and, like, lean and mean, and do you know what I'm saying? And at the minute, it's not quite as chiseled or bone defined as I'd like it to be, but listen, that's what happens when you smash down at least 10 pounds of chocolate in one day. And yes, it probably was 10 pounds, it was a lot. But yeah, so these are my thoughts from UFC 260. Obviously it was an absolutely amazing card, absolutely amazing experience. I had an amazing time, obviously, with my dad and my other training partners and stuff like that. So, you know, I'm just looking to get my name out there, to really put on a show for people and put on amazing fights. I can't wait to fight in front of a crowd, but it was amazing fighting at the Apex. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Gotta love it. I don't know where the hell that came from, but you gotta love this life. You gotta love everything that's being presented to you. So I'll take it again as a lesson. You know, I've made the appropriate adjustments even to this fight, and I'm going to make even more adjustments, and trust me, it's going to be even more scary when I make even more of those adjustments. I can't wait to compete with the best fighters in the world and go on that massive win streak that I'm definitely destined for. But yeah, it's been a crazy ride. Expect there to be more videos. This was just, like I say, my little recap, my little thoughts, the things that I want to think. And, you know, sometimes you talk to people and stuff like that, but you figured, you know, why not talk in front of a camera? Why not let people that I don't even know that, there could be eyes watching from wherever, they could be seeing this and they could be thinking, I don't know what the hell you could be thinking. I mean, you're probably thinking, bloody ominous, you could have at least like try to put a bit of makeup on, you know, make yourself a little bit more presentable. But then again, I don't get that fierce fighter edge, you know, but yeah. Anyways, thank you very much for tuning into the video. Like I say, there will definitely be more videos in the future, and I'm definitely looking forward to having my rebirth on the YouTube scene and my rebirth on the fight scene. Take care, people. Much love to you.